Dear reader, British Railways were making changes to their timetables. More trains needed to be taken with less engines due to money constraints. This meant that Sodor had to increase the number of trains to the mainland. This meant that Gordon had to take more express trains, even though he was already hard-pressed to keep to schedule. This is the story of what happened during this time of struggle. The
Onwards we go! Onwards we go! Come on, come on, come on!
I've never seen you this excited.
Over 50 years old and I've still got it. Mallard's got nothing on me.
The Fat Controller will be at Barrow when we get there. He has an important message for me. Here we are, old boy. And there's the Fat Controller.
Hello, sir. Driver told me you wanted to talk to me.
Yes, Gordon, I did. Have you heard about the scrapping of some of the older diesels on the other railway?
Yes, sir.
Now they have less engines to pull more trains, so that means you must pull 3 expresses instead of 2. This also means you must be faster with the express.
Okay, sir. Around how much faster will I have to get there?
About 20 minutes.
That shouldn't be a problem, sir. Now, I have to take the return train back to Tidmouth.
All the engines were sleeping, but sleep didn't come for Gordon. He had been busting his boiler ever since 1971 to keep up with BR's latest change to the timetable. He didn't know if he could keep up.
Morning, Gordon. What's on your mind?
Oh, nothing, Henry. Just thinking of the new express timetables.
What? Are you getting too old? Maybe you should go on retirement, Gordon.
Pah!
Come on, Gordon.
Mind you don't fall apart.
Thank you, Charlie. Driver, I'll need some sand, please.
All right, just don't overdo it, Gordon.
Houses, stations, bridges and engines were a blur to Gordon. He was going faster than usual. After all, the Fat Controller was relying on him. Since the 1960s, he had always tried to stay ahead of the diesels.
Hello, Gordon. You're early?
How early?
A good 15 minutes. I'm only here because Rusty already shunted my coaches. Why?
The Fat Controller has made a new timetable for the express. And your answer makes me feel good.
Well, that's good. But you also look very tired.
That's my whistle. Goodbye.
We are right on time. Good job, old boy. Except we seem to be low on coal. Let's go fill up before the return run.
Hello, Gordon. About this morning, I was just joking.
I know that, Henry. But I'm actually worried about this. I mean, have you seen those new intercity engines they're building on the other railway? They might as well put me out of a job.
Gordon, I'm sure you'll be fine. And even if you can't keep up, I'm sure the Fat Controller can talk with the other railway about it. Besides, you got here on time. I usually leave by the time you usually get here.
Well, thank you, Henry. But I need to get going.
As Gordon got up to speed, he was thinking about what Henry had said. The big green engine didn't seem too worried about the situation, and Gordon didn't understand it. He was built to pull trains like the Express, and it concerned him that he couldn't keep up.
Here's the hill, Gordon. Give it all you've got.
Come on, or we'll stick on the hill.
Are you all right?
Almost.
Go.
At the top. Ow! My cylinder!
I'll try to stop.
But it was too late for that. Gordon had already crested the hill, and when his driver tried to stop him, the coaches pushed him down the hill. Meanwhile, near Wellsworth, a signalman was waiting for Gordon to pass so Edward could deliver a goods train. He was reading his newspaper, and when he started hearing a loud, frantic whistle, he thought it was Gordon passing because he also heard loud chuffing. So he let Edward onto the main line. He was just going over the crossing when...
I can't stop!
Jump out! Gordon! Gordon! Driver! Get help! Quickly!
Edward's driver went to the signal box to telephone for help. A few minutes later, Donald arrived with a breakdown train in the Fat Controller. Fortunately, no one was killed on the express. Unfortunately, some passengers in the first coach had major injuries and would need hospital attention.
Oh dear, oh dear. This is not what I had intended. Maybe I pushed Gordon too hard. And the passengers. I hope no one was hurt. Or
I know
worse.
this isn't my fault, but I still feel responsible. I'm the engine that should prevent these accidents from happening, not cause them.
Didn't fash yourself, Edward. It happens to the best of us.
You're free to go, Edward and Donald. I've notified the works we are bringing Gordon in so we can leave. Let me over here, Donald.
Leave him right there, Donald. There are some more coaches for you to take back to Tidmouth.
Bye, sir.
What to do, what to do? This ruined all my arrangements.
So Topham Hatt pondered about what to do, but I mustn't say any more, or I'll spoil the next story. Dear reader, it has been a few days since Gordon's accident. Henry and James are handling the express to the best of their abilities. British Railways has put back the old schedule when they heard what happened to Gordon. The mood was glum across the island, but when Henry picked up a special load, things changed. The author.
Hello, Donald. Why aren't you on the Little Western?
You know how Gordon's been sent to the works. Well, the Fat Controller sent me here to help young mainline engines while Gordon's away. It seems that we've been getting more passengers recently.
Well, you're right about that. Charlie has to add extra coaches to the trains. I wonder why.
Well, anyway, anything interesting happened today?
I had to deliver a train of decorations to Tidmouth. I asked what they were for, but the station master said that he didn't know.
That's interesting. Good night.
Night.
The next morning, all the engines had left for work, except for Henry. He had been told to wait at the sheds, and Donald had taken his goods train. He was just getting his fire lit when Sir Topham Hatt showed up.
Ah, Henry. You might be wondering why you haven't left the shed. Well, I need you to take a passenger train to Barrow. Then you will bring a fast goods back here with a special delivery.
Driver, do you know what the special load is?
No idea, Henry, but we're getting near Barrow, so we'll find out soon.
Henry filled up on coal and water, then found Dennis, the station pilot at Barrow.
Dennis, where's my goods train?
I'm tired. Go find it yourself.
I'll tell the Fat Controller that you were sleeping again. Now where's my goods train for the special load?
The goods train is on track 2 and that special load is at the end of the yard.
Why didn't you just shunt it with the rest of my train?
He kept trying to talk to me, so I put him on the end of the yard so I could get some sleep.
Hello, Henry.
Stepney, what are you doing here? I'm glad to see you, but...
I'm supposed to be going to Sodor on your goods train.
You're the special load.
I guess.
So Stepney, why are you here?
Well, Sir Topham had offered to do some repairs for me for letting the Bluebell Railway visit here for my 100th birthday.
Your 100th? Well, you still look good for your age.
Thank you, Hen. Whoa!
Sorry, Stepney. I wasn't looking where I was going.
It's fine. Just be more careful next time.
But it wasn't fine. The sudden stop had jerked a flatbed's buffer up onto the other truck. Henry didn't notice. A few miles later, Henry's driver looked back to see how much water they had left in the tender. Then he noticed.
Oh my god, the middle flat car's bogey's being held above the tracks.
What? It will come off the track at the junction.
Not unless you can let it push you over the switches. Then you won't have any tension pulling against it.
Good idea, Stepney.
Yes, it worked!
Right now, we're near the workstation. We can fix the bogey.
And that's just what they did.
Henry, aren't you a little late?
I had an accident, but Stepney was able to sort things out.
Stepney, what are you doing here?
Well,
No time for that, Henry. Sir Topham Hatt has called a meeting at the station.
right. Come on, Stepney.
I am sure that all of you have seen Stepney, who has been here before. He is here for repairs and a special event. As some of you know, 30 years ago, a clergyman published his first book about our railway. This book, and many others, have attracted the attention of many visitors over the years. We will be hosting a railway gala to commemorate these books in a few weeks. Stepney is our special guest. Now, I'm sure you've all heard of the unfortunate accident with Gordon. He was supposed to pull a special train during the gala. Now that we are down one engine, you must all be helpful and flexible, and no carelessness.
He shot a look at Henry.
That is all. Now go to your sheds. And James, on the Midnight Express, you have to take Stepney to the works.
Henry, would I be right in saying you had some trouble with your goods train?
Yes. I was too busy talking to Stepney and
Henry told him the story.
You know, the Fat Controller was right about being careful. With Gordon at the works, I suspect that this gala will be hard for all of us.
I guess. Now can you please quiet down? I need to rest before I pull the kipper in a few hours.
With that, the engines went to sleep. Dear reader, the gala has been great so far. On Thomas's branch line, not all goes to plan though. Mavis and Daisy have gone to the works for their 5-yearly service, so Thomas, Percy and Toby must manage alone. See what troubles occur for the Ffarquhar trio. The
time do you call this, Thomas? Halt. Brakes on. Typical. You caused me to be late, and now I'm going to get in trouble at the harbour. Hey, get back there. Again, Percy. There were vandals who clapped those brakes on and broke a window. You never said anything about a broken window before. Besides, I'm sure you could have done something. Oh, I couldn't have. What about your driver and fireman? They did, and so did the cleaner, station master, and the guard. Quiet, Percy. Vandals are serious business, so don't go blaming Thomas for it. In fact, vandals are one of the reasons my old line closed down. Thank you, Toby. Now I'm going to sleep, and I don't want to hear anything about this from you two anymore. Good night. Thomas and Toby are just being silly. Nothing like that would ever happen to me. Thomas gets to brag about his branch line, while all I get are trucks.
Look at this, lad. The brake's faulty. Must have been those bloody vandals. You won't be able to take these trucks.
Well, I'll be fine. I don't have trouble with vandals, unlike some engines. Besides, if we don't get going, we're going to be late, and you wouldn't want to disappoint the fat controller.
We have a point. Fine, just be careful.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Let's get going.
Percy was having a very hard time, as he, his crew, and the guard found out. Loose couplings, hot axle boxes, and several floorboards missing in the brake van were things that vandals also did to cause trouble. Percy had to stop several times, causing further delays.
Percy, you can't keep doing this. All the stopping and starting is bad for your wheels. How about I call up the line and send for Thomas or Toby?
No, I'm fine. Besides, Toby and Thomas have to get their jobs done before the black party thing the Fat Controller is doing.
You mean the Railway Series party?
Yeah, that. We better keep going on that before we get late as well.
We're already late, but fine, let's go.
So Topham Hatt had been planning a party for the end of the railway gala. While the Ffarquhar engines were working today, most of the engines were at Tidmouth getting their pictures taken and talking to enthusiasts before the party started that evening. Just after Dryor, the two lines converge into one and climb a gradient. This is where the trucks tried to break Percy's determination.
Come on. I don't want to get stuck on the hill like Gordon did. Thomas and Daisy would never let me hear the end of it.
Hey, what's your face? How about I slip on my brakes to show little Percy who's boss?
Yeah, do whatever you want, Scruffy. I'm just still shocked that those vandals messed with my buffers. Like, how could they do that? That's so mean. Don't they know that they're important to me? They're part of my lifestyle.
I'm gonna take that as a yes. Time to bash some buffers, boy!
Wait, what?
What's happening back there? Wait, why are we slowing down? No, no, no! Driver, can you go check the brakes?
Here's where the fun begins!
Wait, why am I moving? Driver? What the? Brakes! Look out, Thomas! Hey! Hey! Vandals has a problem for you, eh? No, I messed it up. So are you going to get moving, or am I going to push you all the way to Ffarquhar myself? Percy, I think we have a problem.
Everyone come here. We're going to start now. Okay, 2 of you go over there and release the brakes on those coaches. The other 2, keep a lookout and tell you when to do it. Then we won. Got it?
Got it.
Do it!
Hey, you stop!
One forward.
I can't believe this happened to me, and on today of all days. I can see Ffarquhar. Toby, what happened to you? I was getting ready to take my last train, and some crates were on the line. I tried to stop, but I came off the rails. Well, we'll have to get that sorted. Well, I guess I could take a rest.
Thomas had just gone to sleep when...
Thomas, wake up! There's trouble on the main line.
What? What happened?
You know how Henry was gonna take a special train? Well,
it's time for me to be off. See you all this evening.
Oh, you there, that job!
Oh, shut up, James.
Look out!
What the? Ah!
I need you to take the special train.
But I can't. My brake's faulty. Why can't Percy take it?
Percy has to get Toby back on the rails, then they have to get the breakdown train to help Henry.
Why can't one of the engines over there take it?
Henry, are you alright? No worries. I'll just get the breakdown train and... Oh my god. Charlie! Why is there a train in the middle of the yard?
I don't know.
Stupid Shan Miller characters always messing things up for the rest of us.
Well, I guess I could try. Blimey, that's a long train. I'll never be able to pull all that.
Which is why I'm going to be helping you.
Stepney?
Dear reader, Edward the Blue Engine was very sad about the repercussions of his accident with Gordon, so the Fat Controller sent James to his branch line for the day. Edward tries to show James that he shouldn't be angry, but things don't exactly go to plan. The author.
Shunting? Working on a branch line? It's disgusting!
Oh, come on, James. It's only for today.
Come on, Edward, the enthusiasts are arriving soon.
Enthusiasts? For me? Yes! Oh, it'll be so great! Flying down the line with the ocean sparkling like my paintwork.
James? I'm taking the enthusiasts?
What? Then why am I even here?
You're shutting here and taking a goods train down to Brendam. See you later, James.
I am not pulling a goods train.
Well, we're going to have to, James. Just start on shunting those trucks over there.
While James was shunting, Edward was having a splendid time. He showed all the enthusiasts the sights of his branch line.
Hey you! Get your goods train, it needs to go to Tidmouth.
Not today, Cranky. I'm taking enthusiasts, but James is coming later to pick it up.
What? Who's James?
Wait and see. Now, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Ah yeah, let's just get this over with. Hey you! Red Tomato! Your train is over here! My name is James, and I don't need cranes telling me what to do! Bah!
Right, James. We just need a couple of the last few trucks to your train, and it'll be ready.
Just let me get back to Tidmouth. Then I'll show them. Wait, I have an idea. Drive it! The guard blew his whistle, it's time to go!
Right, let's go.
Hey! Tomato! You forgot some of your trucks! Shut up, Cranky.
Stop whistling, James. I thought I heard someone calling out for us.
Nope, nobody said a word about anything.
Right, that should be all of them. Now we just wait for James.
Like, speak of the devil.
Edward, go couple up to the front of the train. And Charlie, the station master, called you on the other side of the station.
Oh, all right, James.
Right, now quickly. We can't let Edward see this. Come on, driver, we have to get back to Tidmouth.
So, James, how was your time working on the branch line?
Fun, perfect, tip-top. Sorry, can't talk, lots to do.
Whoa, James, we have some enthusiasts on board. We don't want to ruin their trip with your bumping and fumbling.
Edward and James were flying along the line. James wanted to get back to Tidmouth as fast as he could so Edward wouldn't figure out about the tracks, so he was a bit hasty. Edward noticed this and suspected something was up, but didn't say anything.
You'll never believe it, Donald. He gave me the job. Me! I will look splendid tomorrow.
What's this you're getting all excited about, Henry?
He's pulling that special train young Gordon was supposed to pull. For the love of Glasgow, Henry, could you please shut up about that?
What? But I wanted to pull that train! First the express and now this!
Well, I'm getting it. Maybe the Fat Controller put you on Edward's branch line to keep you out of the way.
We wouldn't want young enthusiasts to get blinded by your shiny paint, James.
The Fat Controller doesn't need you, James, and neither do any of us.
That's not true!
Yes, it is, James. Now I have to pull the Kipper, a train that's above you.
Get back here, Henry! Ah! Good night! There's been something that James has been hiding, but I just don't know what it is.
Edward pondered on the matter, and eventually he fell asleep.
Edward, wake up!
What is it, driver?
There was a train that was left at Brendam yesterday, and we need to take it to the Wellsworth quickly.
What? Who would have left it there? I was taking the enthusiast yesterday, so that means... James! I knew something was off about him.
Don't worry about him now. Let's just steam up and get to Brendam.
Good morning, everyone.
James. You're awfully chipper today. Especially after last night.
That's because earlier today when Edward was getting his steam up, his driver told him that we don't have to work today. Enthusiasts are coming. Stop, Pug, stop! What's you doing?
Your crews won't be here until the evening, so I have to shunt you into place.
Fine.
Ah! Edward, I am glad to see you. That red tomato left half of his train here.
Cranky, I'm not in the mood for your complaining right now. I'm tired.
Whoa! Someone woke up on the wrong side of the shed today.
It's time for me to be off. See you all this evening.
Oh, you did that job.
Oh, shut up, James.
Look out!
What the? Ah!
Come on, Henry. You haven't even made it to the train and you've already messed up. I guess I will have to take the train.
I don't think you can for a while, James. I can't get the breakdown train.
Who's gonna take the train?
So, Thomas and Stepney are going to make it here. Then you can couple up to your goods train to the back and then go to the front. You can all then go to Tidmouth in fine style.
While the engines at Tidmouth were waiting, James was grumbling loudly.
2 tank engines? I'll never be able to pull that train.
Well, they can certainly do a better job than you.
James was thinking about what to say when a booming voice interrupted his thought.
James, what do you think you're playing at? Leaving trucks at the docks just to prove a point?
Sir, I hate to disagree with you, but...
But nothing, James. Now, after this mess is cleared, you will go to Wellsworth and get the trucks you left.
James was speechless as the Fat Controller walked away. Then Henry started laughing.
Well, James, you get to be a part of the celebration after all. First the train of important people, then you with some trucks. What a sight that will be.
Well, that's the last of them. Now we just wait for that train and... James, what are you doing here? You're...
I was sent to collect some trucks. Well...
Your trucks?
Yes, Edward, about that. What on Sodor are they doing? They're supposed to stop here, right? Surely they can't be...
Oh, run away! Move, James!
Driver, back me up!
James? What are you doing, James?
Showing what worth it means, old iron. Driver, they're about to hit us. Hit the brakes and get out.
I am not getting out now, or whenever you need me.
Off! Ow! Come on, James. We can do it.
Sorry, James. My brakes failed on that hill.
This is why you don't let you little tank engines pull trains meant for me!
James stopped talking to focus on the task at hand. After a few moments of brake squealing, the train came to a grinding halt.
Is everyone alright? James, what were you thinking? There are passengers aboard this train. They could have gotten seriously hurt.
Edward, if I may, I think James did the right thing. If James hadn't stopped us, Thomas and I would have never stopped and possibly crashed.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess you did a good thing, James. Sorry for my outburst. Good job.
It's fine, Edward. Now I have to take a goods train to Tidmouth, and I think you should be on the front of this train and...
No, James, you take the train. You've earned it. I'll take Thomas and Stepney along with the goods.
Really? Oh, thank you, Edward.
He's going to be grumbling for weeks, just because he didn't get to pull a train.
Well, I don't really see James as much anymore, so I wouldn't know.
They come.
Wait, why do I see red? Are they pushing the train or something? Unless... No, it couldn't be. James! I can't believe he actually did it.
Oh, a little late, but no matter. Good job, James.
Wait, where's Edward?
Ladies and gentlemen, engines and coaches, I had a speech planned, which I have something better in mind. Today, the engines of the North Western Railway showed what they can do. Our numbers 6 and 7 came here quickly to help an engine after a nasty accident. A runaway was close to the railing, but our number 5 stopped it and pulled the train here. So, without further ado, 3 cheers for the engines of the North Western Railway. Let the party begin!
Well, it seems like you did get to pull the train, James.
Yes, thank you, Edward. And about earlier, I'm sorry.
As you should be, James. Although I'm proud of you, you still left the trucks at Brentham. I'm sending you to Brentham for a while. That'll give you some time to think.
Yes, sir. Bother! More shunting!
Oh, James, even in happy times, you have something to complain about.
You might be wondering what happened after the celebration. Well, let me tell you. James did go to Brendan, and he hated it. 6 months later, Gordon came out of the works after a complete overhaul. Thomas and Percy made amends, and Stepney held out on the Ffarquhar branch for a little while. But most importantly, the vandals were caught and sent to jail on multiple charges. So even though there's some ups and downs, the engines of the North Western Railway know it's great to be an engine.
Oh yes, it's great to be an engine and go steaming along, a puff puff puffing along, a peep peep peeping along, all the people waving as you speed along, a puff puff puffing along all day. We're all so proud to be famous engines and travel through the countryside. We're always brave when there's hills to climb. No mountain is too high. Oh yes, it's great to be an engine as you're steaming along, a puff puff puffing along, a peep peep peeping along, fly along the rails as your wheels go round, whiz whiz whizzing around all day. It doesn't matter come rain or shine, there's always things for us to do. And in the cold, cold winter time, we're ready. When you light the fire and stoke the boiler, and we'll be there for you. Oh yes, it's great to be an engine as you're steaming along, a
Just think how wonderful it would be to live on the magical island of Sodor, helping Thomas the Tank Engine and his friends. All day long, it would be like a dream come true. If only I could be an engine too.
Oh yes, it's great to be an engine and go steaming along. A puff, puff, puffing along. A beep, beep, beeping along. All the people waving as you speed along. A puff, puff, puffing along all day. Oh yes, it's great to be an engine as you're steaming along. A puff, puff, puffing along. A beep, beep, beeping along. Fly along the rails as your wheels go round. A puff, puff, puffing along. A beep, beep, puffing and puff, puff, puffing and steam around all day.